Welcome to Watch Enclave. I'm Devin. Join me as I tackle the ultimate challenge, ranking 21 affordable microbrand watches to see which ones truly deserve a spot on your wrist. With so many options flooding the market, it's tough to separate the hidden gems from the overhyped letdowns. Quick note, I didn't include brands like Christopher Ward or Baltic this year. They're well established now and hard to consider as microbrands anymore. So I gave those spots to new faces. Let's get into it. First up, we're kicking things off with Wise, a Thai microbrand that continues to punch way above its weight class. What sets Wise apart from nearly every other brand on this list? They craft their watches from 904L stainless steel, the same material Rolex uses, at a fraction of the price. That alone speaks volumes about their commitment to quality. Wise consistently drops limited editions that are anything but boring. Models like the Adamasques with its mesmerizing Damascus steel patterns and the Mahanakorn with various movement and case options showcase their creativity and attention to detail. The lume, absolutely nuclear, easily outlasting Seiko's. The finishing, impeccable for the price point. Last year, I placed Wise in the shut up and take my money category, and nothing's changed. They're still delivering exceptional value, unique designs, and that premium 904L build quality. Wise stays exactly where they belong, at the top. Next up is Nodus, a brand I completely missed last year, and honestly, that was a mistake. Consider this my redemption. When you look at any Nodus watch, there's an immediate visual harmony. Everything is perfectly symmetrical, beautifully proportioned, and just pleasing to the eye. They've developed a unique design DNA that rivals bigger names like Hamilton, but with their own distinct character. Their lineup is impressive. The Sector, Deep Sector 2 Pilot, Sector 2 Sport, and the Duality 2, each model brings something different to the table, but they all share that signature Nodus refinement. The specs match the looks, and the pricing is fair for what you're getting. These aren't just homage pieces or derivative designs. Nodus has carved out their own identity in the microbrand space, so overall I'd buy a Nodus for that. Now let's talk about Maen, a brand that's still making high quality watches, but I have some concerns about their direction. Don't get me wrong, their core models are fantastic. The Manhattan is a genuinely classy, well executed piece that showcases everything Maen does right. Clean design, solid build quality, and thoughtful details. The brand successfully rode the initial hype wave and established themselves as a serious player, but here's where things get murky. Their recent special and limited editions have been questionable. Case in point, the latest collaboration, the Grand Tonneau, featuring a Chinese Seagull ST1721 jump hour movement priced at over $1,000. That's honestly criminal when you can find equally appealing watches with similar movements on AliExpress for around $100. It feels like they're leaning too hard into hype-driven pricing rather than value. Last year, I confidently placed Maen in the shut up and take my money category, but with this shift in strategy, I'm moving them down to would buy, specifically for their core models like the Manhattan, not the overhyped limited drops. Next up is Direnzo, a Swiss microbrand that continues to prove you don't need to compromise quality for affordability. What makes Direnzo stand out is their incredibly cohesive design language. Notice how everything is round, even their logo features those interconnected circular elements. It's these subtle interconnected details that elevate their watches from good to great. There's a visual harmony across their entire lineup that shows serious thoughtfulness in their design philosophy. My personal favorite, the Diasio 4R Mondial. But honestly, their entire Diasio lineup justifies the price point with Swiss-grade finishing, reliable movements, and that distinctive aesthetic. They're not chasing trends, they're building an identity. Direnzo stays exactly where I placed them last year, future classics. They're a brand you'll look back on in a few years and say, I knew they were onto something special. Let's talk about Trafford, a brand that beautifully bridges vintage inspiration with modern execution. Their new models have seriously impressed me. The Day Tripper, man, that dial is just chef's kiss, and the Touring DZMT showcase how Trafford has refined their craft. But here's the thing, most of the time their watches are out of stock. I'm still waiting to snag mine, and yeah, it's frustrating, but that scarcity actually says something important about their value proposition. Stock issues are a common challenge microbrands face when they're doing things right. Limited production runs, quality control, and genuine demand all collide. The fact that Trafford sells out consistently isn't a red flag, it's validation. Last year, I placed them in future classics. This year, they're getting a promotion. The novelty, the improved designs, and that undeniable desirability earned them a spot in Shut Up and Take My Money. Now we have Henriadscher, a Danish micro brand with authentic Danish design sensibilities. What I appreciate most about Henriadscher is how they blend old world elegance with contemporary functionality. Their new models, the Havstraxum, T11, Tertslinje, and Sav, all carry that signature Scandinavian restraint and clarity. But here's what really sets them apart: consistency. Unlike many microbrands that struggle with stock or communication, Henriadscher actually has watches available when you want to buy them. Revolutionary concept, right? And almost every review I've come across, whether on Reddit or watch forums, mentions their excellent customer service. They're clearly listening and improving with each release. Last year I said would buy. This year they've earned an upgrade. Henriadscher moves into future classics. They're building something sustainable and special. Let's talk about Traska, a brand I featured last year that continues to impress with their no-nonsense approach to quality. Founded in 2018 by John Mack in Jacksonville Beach, Florida, Traska draws heavily on vintage utilitarian aesthetics. Think classic 60s and 70s dive, field, and sport watches. Simple dials, practical proportions, and functionality first. It's that mid-century tool watch DNA executed with modern standards. Hardened stainless steel cases, sapphire crystals, and solid water resistance. Not luxury heritage, but functional everyday wear done right. Their lineup, the Commuter, Summiteer, Freediver, and the Venturer, all showcase their commitment to that unbeatable price-to-quality ratio. But here's something special that often gets overlooked: case size options. Traska offers cases starting from 34mm and 36mm all the way up to larger sizes. Most microbrands just slap a 40mm on everything and call it a day, but Traska understands that risks come in different sizes. This attention to inclusivity is huge, especially for those of us with smaller wrists or anyone who prefers vintage proportions. The quality control is tight, the finishing is clean, and the value is undeniable. I'm placing Traska in would buy without thinking twice. They're doing everything right. Next up we have Tuseno, returning from last year's video, and they've only gotten better. If you missed them before, Tuseno is a Swedish microbrand known for their sandwich dials and impeccable finishing that punches way above their price class. We've seen the Shellback and Windseeker collections getting production runs time and time again, and there's a reason they sell out fast. People recognize quality when they see it. But what really has me excited is their upcoming super vintage model. Based on early previews, I think this is going to be a huge success. Tuseno has that vintage-inspired aesthetic dialed in, and if they maintain their usual build quality standards, this could be one of their best releases yet. Now, just like Trafford, Tuseno tends to be out of stock most of the time. It's frustrating when you're ready to buy, but again, that scarcity speaks to their value and demand. For the unbeatable price-to-quality ratio they deliver, Tuseno goes straight into would buy without hesitation. If you're looking for a watch brand that mixes bold design with serious build quality, but without the price tag of traditional luxury brands, that's where Zelos shines. Founded in 2014, Zelos made a name for itself by fearlessly experimenting with materials. We're talking bronze, titanium, meteorite, and even forged carbon materials you'd expect to see on watches costing 3 or 4 times as much. Their catalog spans everything from rugged dive watches to DMTs and even high-end hand-worn pieces. Recent hits like the Zelos Digiti, released in 2025, and the Mako 300-meter DZMT show the brand is still pushing boundaries and refusing to play it safe. Meanwhile, stalwart lines like the Swordfish, Mako, and Hammerhead remain popular entry points for newcomers to the brand. What owners consistently praise: the value, the unique aesthetic, and surprisingly strong customer service. The catch? Limited production runs mean you've got to catch releases fast. Blink, and they're gone. For a collector who appreciates personality, performance, and variety, Zelos is a name worth watching. I'm placing them in would buy. They're doing something different, and that's exactly what the microbrand space needs. Now let's talk about Galo, a small microbrand founded by Zeka Amendola that draws inspiration from classic 60s style dive and skin diver watches, but executed with modern standards. One of their most talked about models is the Galo Super 200. According to recent reviews, this thing offers a slim profile dive watch form with a beautifully domed sapphire crystal and that vintage skin diver vibe that can slip under a cuff or work casually. It's versatile rather than bulky. In the past, they also released the Novo model, which gained traction in the community. Movement-wise, Galo uses reliable workhorses like the Tuseno 39 in some models, not flashy but dependable. What really stands out from actual owner reviews on Reddit and watch forums? Consistent praise for the aesthetic, value for price, solid build quality, and that vintage vibe that wears incredibly low profile for an automatic diver. Full transparency, I actually ordered one of these and a full review will be coming in the near future, so subscribe if you want to see that hands-on breakdown. But based on everything I've researched and what the community is saying, Galo goes straight into would buy. Next up is Formex, a Swiss microbrand founded around 1999 to 2000 in Biel, Switzerland. The name comes from French Forme Extreme, pointing to their bold case architecture and motorsport/engineering inspired aesthetic. What sets Formex apart is their patented case suspension system. The watch case is designed to cushion shocks and adapt to wrist movement for comfort and impact resistance. That's an innovation you typically don't see at this price point. Add to that micro-adjustable bracelets, tool-free strap changes, and solid Swiss mechanical movements like the Celites W200, and you've got serious value. Their recent models, like the Essence 39, field automatic in grade 2 titanium, hovering around $1,000 USD, and the Reef 39.5mm, the Baby Reef, show that Formex is committed to offering Swiss-made quality without the typical luxury markup. Post-2015, they shifted to a direct-to-consumer model which keeps prices reasonable while maintaining high standards. Sure, some models creep above $1,000, closer to $1,200 to $1,500 depending on configuration, but for what you're getting, Swiss manufacturing, innovative engineering, and a collector-friendly approach that respects feedback and versatility, that's a sweet spot. Formex goes straight into shut up and take my money. They're bridging the gap between microbrand ethos and Swiss quality. Now let's talk about Unimatic, an Italian microbrand founded in 2015 by two industrial designers, Giovanni Moro and Simone Nunziato, in Milan. Their philosophy is all about minimalistic, purposeful tool watch design, dials stripped of unnecessary clutter, robust cases, functional diver and field watch specs, and strong legibility. Production is small batch and limited edition by default, which gives them that collectible microbrand vibe and cult following. Models like the Medlano UC1, their signature 40mm dive watch with 300-meter water resistance, the UNS-MD diver, the UT4 field watch, and even the U3 chronograph showcase their commitment to clean, functional design. Reviewers often describe them as built like a tank with great specs, 3/16 stainless steel, sapphire crystals, 300-meter water resistance on divers, all at microbrand-friendly pricing. But here's my issue. Many of their models still use the Kuoe H35A movement. Don't get me wrong, it's a reliable workhorse, but when you're paying premium-ish microbrand prices, I'd expect more than a basic NH35. The build quality is solid, the design is fantastic, but for the price, the movements need upgrades, so I'm placing Unimatic in could be better. Upgrade those movements to something like a Tuseno 15 or Celites, and they jump tiers instantly. Next up is Erebus, a relatively new microbrand founded in 2023 by Jody from the YouTube channel Just One More Watch and a business partner. Their philosophy leans heavily toward value-first practical design. They're delivering watches with solid specs like stainless steel cases, sapphire crystals, decent water resistance, and reliable movements at prices that stay affordable compared to established brands. Stylistically, Erebus favors clean, modern, and utilitarian design language with matte finishes, minimal dial styling, and tool watch vibes. Some of their notable models include the Erebus Ascent, marketed as a true go-anywhere, do-anything watch, with quality case finishing, sapphire crystal, strong lume, and various dial colors. The Erebus Origin GMT offers a useful complication at an affordable price with 3/16 steel, sapphire, and 200-meter water resistance. And their most ambitious release yet, the Erebus Titan, launched in 2025, is a heavy-duty dive watch with a ceramic bezel, Phyton gaskets, and a robust bracelet that signals a serious step up in build quality. The versatility across the lineup means there's something for different tastes and use cases, and the value for money proposition is genuinely strong. Now, they're still a new brand, so long-term reliability remains to be proven, and some buyers have experienced slower shipping or communication challenges during pre-order phases. But for what they're delivering right now, Erebus goes into would buy. Let's talk about RCE, a microbrand founded around 2019 to 2020, based in Singapore. The name stands for rugged, zealous, excellent, and that pretty much sums up their entire approach. RCE focuses heavily on titanium watches, often using a proprietary coating called Ultra Hex to harden and protect the titanium, boosting scratch resistance beyond standard stainless steel while keeping the watches lightweight and tough. Their goal? Building real-world ready tool, field, and diver watches that balance practicality, durability, and good design. Popular models include the RC Resolute 36, released late 2025, a smaller, more versatile field watch that keeps the titanium plus Ultra Hex build but trims down size for everyday wear. The Endeavour Glacier series offers a stylish diver with a textured glacier dial, titanium case and bracelet, sapphire crystal, and 200-meter water resistance. The Aspirare is their more capable dive offering with 300-meter water resistance and robust tool watch proportions. And they even debuted the UTD 1000, a digital watch with titanium case, Ultra Hex coating, and 200-meter water resistance. The titanium plus Ultra Hex combo makes these watches light, hypoallergenic, and incredibly durable. The value for money is strong. Compared to Swiss-made or big brand titanium watches, RC offers similar materials and features at significantly lower price points. The trade-off? The matte, tool watchish finish may not appeal to everyone looking for luxury polish, but for durability, materials, and practicality, RZ is a would buy. Now let's talk about Brew, a microbrand founded in 2015 by designer Jonathan Ferrer in New York City. Brew design language is heavily inspired by coffee culture, espresso machines, cafe life, and retro aesthetics. That translates into multi-level dials, espresso timer markings, compact cushion or TV-style cases, and quirky vintage touches. The Brew Metric Lite is their smallest case watch ever at around 30mm for fans of vintage proportions. And the Brew Supermetric Chronograph brings bold retro vibe dials with accessible pricing and good wrist presence. What works? Brew affordable pricing. Many models sit well under $500 to $600. Some might say, for quartz, that's high. But given their consistent, unique designs with no real competitors and incredibly appealing aesthetics, I'm considering them a would buy. If you value design, personality, and something different from the mainstream, Brew delivers. Now let's talk about Kuoe Kyoto, a Japanese microbrand founded in 2020 by Kenji Uchimura based in Kyoto, Japan. Their mission is clear: reinterpret vintage-era designs from the 1940s through 1960s. Compact case sizes, domed crystals, restrained dials, vintage proportions, but with modern reliability and quality. All their watches are hand-assembled in their Kyoto workshop, giving them that genuine made-in-Japan credibility. The Sombrero 90-011 dive watch marks their move into actual tool watch territory, a 38mm dive watch with modern water resistance and a robust case while retaining vintage design language. And their Royal Smith and Old Smith lines represent their more refined offerings with smaller case sizes, vintage styling, subtle textured dials, and sapphire crystals. Last year, I placed Kuoe Kyoto in Shut Up and Take My Money, and this year, they're staying exactly where they belong. Next up is Vario, a Singapore-based microbrand founded in 2016 by graphic designer Ivan Chua and his wife. The name Vario reflects their core philosophy, variety, offering a broad range of styles from vintage-inspired trench and field watches to Art Deco dress pieces, divers, and hybrids. Their design identity draws heavily from earlier eras, the 1920s through the 1960s, with trench watch heritage, Art Deco aesthetics, and elegant vintage dial shapes. but let me highlight their latest, the Vario Futurist, a 2025 release. This is Vario stepping outside their usual vintage trench territory into retro-futuristic 1970s space-age design. It features a crown at 12 o'clock for symmetry, faceted sapphire crystal, sunburst fume dials in multiple colors, and a 39mm case. Movement-wise, it uses the Tuseno 39, and honestly, this futurist model kinda reminds me of Timex designs, that bold, playful geometry with practical specs at around $648. Their pricing stays affordable, and the sheer diversity means there's something for everyone. Vario goes into would buy. Let's talk about Ubiq, a relatively new microbrand founded in 2023 in Singapore. The founder wanted to create watches that bring vibrancy, creativity, and personality instead of the often serious tone of traditional watchmakers. Ubiq positions itself as modern, colorful, and design-driven, applying bold colors and contemporary touches while keeping decent technical specs. Their latest release, the Trek Titanium Field Watch released in 2025, really showcases their ambition. Grade 2 titanium case with hardness treatment at 1200 HCV, compact 38mm diameter, 44mm lug-to-lug, and just 11.1mm thick. Water resistance is 100 meters. Ubiq combines premium materials, titanium, sapphire, robust build with accessible pricing. They are experimenting with color, materials, and bold personality. I see serious potential in this brand. Ubiq goes straight into future classics. Let's talk about Second Hour, a small independent microbrand based in Melbourne, Australia, founded in 2019 by husband and wife team Peter and Akira Sargison. Their goal: design original, carefully finished watches using quality materials, hardened stainless steel with DLC surface hardening, sapphire crystals, reliable Japanese or Swiss movements in limited, thoughtful runs. Their lineup includes the Mandala MK3 with a galoche pattern dial. Their latest release, the Fusion Automatic from 2025, shows the brand is still evolving. I'm happy with where they started and where they're heading. Second Hour goes straight into shut up and take my money. Next up is Clemence, a UK-based microbrand founded in Scotland by Tom Clemence. Their watches are designed and assembled in Britain. Clemence emphasizes quality materials, longevity, and durability, with servicing availability and spare parts support. They also plant a tree for each watch sold. Recent releases include the Photic MK2 diver watch, re-engineered with a slim 10.5mm case while keeping 200-meter water resistance, Tuseno 39 automatic, and hardened steel. The Monroe 37.5mm field watch is compact with a slim 9.25mm case and 150-meter water resistance, designed for versatile daily wear. Wearability, compact sizing, and that sense of being built to be worn and used make them stand out. Clemence goes into would buy. Finally, let's wrap up with SWC USA, the Swiss watch company. SWC was founded in 1996 by Stephen Romer, originally producing timepieces for armed forces and first responders. They're very underrated and overlooked. Many of their watches are Swiss-made with movements like the Selite SW200, sapphire crystals, strong lume, and robust cases. They position themselves as value-oriented makers with strong specs for modest prices. In the past, they got complaints about their old logo, but now they've redesigned that. What they do well is deliver good specs for the price: sapphire crystals, Swiss automatic, strong lume, solid construction. SWC straddles that microbrand but Swiss-made category that many overlook, that hidden Swiss value under $1,000. SWC USA goes into would buy. So there you have it, 21 affordable microbrands for 2025, ranked and ready for your consideration. What's your take on these brands? Do you have a favorite that you think deserves more attention, or maybe one I should reconsider? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this ranking, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on more watch content here at Watch Enclave. Until next time, keep ticking, stay safe.